Welcome back to the art room. We are going to be covering the studio habits of mind, and these are just ways that artists behave, the way they think when they're creating artwork. The first one we have here is develop your craft. This is learning how to use the tools and the materials, learning new techniques, and we do that every time we open up a center and new demonstrations and the 5-minute demonstrations. You're improving your skills. Maintaining the studio, being a responsible member of the studio, putting things back where they belong, cleaning up your space, creating a portfolio. This is creating artwork to put in your portfolio, and learning about studio practices, like how do you set up a paint center? How do you set up a printmaking studio? So just knowing those ins and outs. The next one we have is engage and persist. Committing to something and following it through. Learn to embrace problems. Problems are a good thing to have. They challenge you. They make you look at things in a different way. You're staying focused regardless of what the task is or the difficulty. Seeing projects through to the end. All students can definitely learn from this or how to do this better. We have an idea one art day, we come back in and we change our minds. So seeing it from the start to the end product. Correcting or incorporating mistakes. It's not always a bad thing to have a mistake happen. It gives you a unique opportunity to try something new and different ways to correct it. Envision. Just think of the word vision. That means to see. If you think about the little movie, if you will, playing in your head, that's called your mind's eye. And this is thinking beyond what you're actually seeing. It's to basically close your eyes and mentally envision what you can't actually see, at least not yet. So you're going to imagine what the next step would be in your art making process. Just envisioning an end product. So envisioning includes planning, generating ideas, gathering ideas, sketching, designing, imaging, picturing alternative solutions. If one way doesn't work, what will be your next step? What are you going to try instead? Express. This is like expressing yourself. You're going to be learning to express your own visions, your own voice, learning to convey an idea or feeling or a personal meaning, trying to give, show in a feeling or a mood, telling a story, giving an opinion about something, commenting on an issue, a social issue like Black Lives Matter, or how do you feel about animal abuse? Do you think they should be in jail, if they abuse an animal? So those things can give you a voice to communicate your idea, your opinion. Observe, that means to look. Artists look closely and not at, they look at things beyond what just is there in front of them. They don't just think, oh, that's a vase or that's a cup. They will look into the details of those pieces. They observe more closely. Compare and contrast. They'll look at what's similar and what's different about the pieces, and just noticing the little details in everyday objects. Reflect. This is one that we will do very soon. It's basically, to me, it's a share time. You're thinking and talking with others about your work and about their work. This is going to happen during a critique, and you might just be a pair, you and another person, and you're going to ask questions, you're going to answer questions, asking what if questions. What if you added this to your painting? What if you turned it upside down? What if you worked with this material? So just kind of what the next steps are. Okay, this is our second to last here. We have stretch and explore. This is learning to go beyond what's just kind of familiar and what's right there in front of you, and also kind of what's out of your reach and a thing, beyond what you think is possible that you could do. We do this all the time when we open up a new center. You're playfully exploring and embracing mistakes along the way. It's okay. There's no right way to do it. You're experimenting. You're trying new things. Trial and error. You're trying it. Okay, it didn't work. What's next? Let's try something else. Working outside your comfort zone. If you are one that tends to draw or paint the same image over and over, try something else or try a harder version of that. Embracing new possibilities, seeing what would happen if, and you fill in that blank. What would happen if I mix these two colors together? Okay, finally, we have understanding the art world. This is going to come a little bit from me with the art history. So we'll learn about art history and contemporary, meaning newer artists and ideas, and I'm very good about that. I'll try to incorporate more of those art history pieces that relate. Working with other artists, you guys do that daily. You guys share ideas and resources. When you share what you learned with other people, or you ask people, hey, how'd you do that? That's sharing, working with other artists side by side. The last part is learning about and going to art museums or galleries. This is kind of a difficult thing just because of logistics. I see 6 classes a day, 24 classes a week or more. And what I'm thinking about doing is having people from the MAC Center, the Middletown Art Center, come and do an in-house field trip. That way we can explore, artwork firsthand. They can show us different techniques. We can kind of basically do whatever we want. All right, enjoy today's fun activities.